Guys, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back, welcome back. So I wanted to show you guys a little make my own ephemera trick today using something that a product that I like, that I found on Amazon and works really well for me. So I got these are sandwich, like deli wrap is what it is, but they are not waxed. So it's just an unbleached tissue paper, nice flat tissue paper that is not waxed, and comes in this 12 by 12 sheet, okay? And there's like a billion of them in here. I think there's 100 sheets in here, so ephemera for days, So I cut it down to like an 8.5 by 11 sheet to match just a piece of regular copy paper. And you know, if you're going to run anything through the printer that is like tissue paper or whatever, you know, you got to tape that puppy down. So I usually get some cheap paper tape or washi tape, and because it will peel off of your deli wrap, and some other tapes won't. So just be aware of that. So I just put a full strip on the full width of this paper. Just kind of line it up as best as I can. And just fold the front over. I just make sure that I'm not putting tape where it's going to be printing. So make sure you keep it, you know, the edge 1/4 inch or something, so that you're not printing over it and missing some of your image, right? So I just trim those off, and then I also put just a little piece of tape down at the other end because it just stabilizes the sandwich wraps so that they're not getting all hinky wonky inside your printer. Put another piece of tape down here. Turn that over and flip that around. And then you have something that will, you know, hopefully go through your printer. This goes through my printer just fine. As long as I put tape across the whole side where it gets fed into the printer, that is key as far as my printer goes. So let's go put this through the printer and see what happens. So here's my laser printer, and as you can see, it's a big boxy thing. And it has this door that flips open, and this is one of those multi-purpose, multi-use doors for thicker paper. And so even inkjet printers, it doesn't matter, they usually all have a door. Some of them open from the back of the machine and some open from the front of the machine, and I just lay that right in there like that. And as you can see on my screen, I've got this open up in Photoshop, but you don't have to open it up in Photoshop. And I'm going to go down to print and make sure in the print settings it just says letter, plain paper, you know. And if you need to tell it where to take the paper from, if you've got one of those printers that's real hinky wonky and you got to tell it, this one's okay. So I'm just going to hit OK, and it is in the proper orientation. I hit print and we wait. There it goes. It's receiving data, or data, however you like to say it. I'm not your mom or your English teacher. And there it goes. And there it comes out. Ta-da! So this one happens to be one of my images at my Etsy store. This is from one of my black and white kits, and this is the dictionary page from that kit. I will link that down below. So what you need to look for as far as images go is it doesn't necessarily have to be a black and white image, but it needs to have a white background because you don't want to cover up this beautiful unbleached, you know, lovely craft brown, you know, color here, right? We don't want to cover that up because it's already great. It doesn't need to be covered up. And I just very carefully peel the paper tape off the edge. And like I said, this washi tape, paper tape comes off really well. And if you're careful, you can just lift this out and you can put another one in here and reuse this for as many times as you would like to, you know, run more pieces through the printer. So these are great because they can be pages in a book, because you could totally fold this up, put it in a book. It kind of looks like an old dictionary page because they had those real tissue thin pages, but because it's this unwaxed, unbleached, it just has a really great texture. So let me show you some other ones that I have done. There's another dictionary page. This is a receipt from a hotel, and I am trying my darndest to remember where I got this from. And if I remember, I will put that in there. At the moment, I cannot think. But as you can see, it has some red on it as well as black, but it had a white background, so it worked great. This is going to be a freebie for you guys. I will link this to my Flickr page, and you can pop over there and grab this. These are deposit slips for the bank, but don't try to use them unless you're going to deposit money into my account. If you want to deposit money into my account, please use these at the bank. Okay? So on this page, instead of it being a whole page, I've turned it into like 3 different deposit slips. So you can cut these apart and then you have cute little deposit slips. So go get those, have fun with those. And you may have some black and white or white background images of your own laying around somewhere. There are other places to get them from. The Graphics Fairy, Old Design Shop, both of those, I will link both of those down in the description box below. If you go to those sites, they will have a little area where you can search different subjects. And if you look for black and white or transfer, anything like that usually has a white background, like a transfer image, then those work really well to print on this tissue paper. So go make some pages for your books. Aren't they great? They're great, right? Like I said, you can also use the color. Like I have in my shop, I have that the woodland one. It has a white background, but it's got the little dried flowers that are in color and that kind of thing. Those work great too. So anything like that, just make sure that when you are printing, just select plain paper. Don't try to do like cardstock or anything. Plain paper should be fine. I just use a normal printing quality. I don't use high. That being said, everybody's printer is a little bit different. And you know what? Try some out. And because it doesn't take much ink, it's not a huge deal to try a few out and see what kind of settings your printer will like as far as printing something out on this deli wrap. So yeah, so there's that. Let's see. I will be doing a review on my paper cutter because I love it. So I will be doing that. A lot of you have been asking, ooh, get her over here. Ugh. So a lot of you have been asking about, I can't even get the whole thing in here, about my paper trimmer, my Rototrim. And Rototrim is not paying me to say this. They did not send me this for free. I paid every penny for this thing. But I do love it. I love it, love it, love it. So a lot of you have been asking, like how many sheets of paper can it cut at once? And for me, I'm more into quality than quantity. So it's not like I get like 50 sheets of paper and try to, you know, cut them all. It does have this plastic guard that you have to slide paper under, but it kind of helps hold things down. So however many pieces of paper you could conducively slide underneath this plastic guard without getting them all, you know, because they'll like slide. And, you know, if you try to cut too many pieces of paper at once, they kind of shift and move. So maybe I should do some kind of okay, let's do 5 sheets, let's do 10 sheets, let's do 15, and see at what point, you know, it starts to get all, you know, where it doesn't cut smoothly. I have cut chipboard with this puppy. It works fine. It wasn't like Davy board or anything. It was just chipboard, just, you know, standard chipboard. And it cut just fine. So it's got this rolly thing here that is very stable, self-sharpening blade. Some of the reviews on this were like, I've had one of these for 30 years and it still works like the day I got it. And it's like, that's what I want. I want to stop wasting money on paper trimmers that either get dull real quickly, the grid on them is not accurate. It like never cuts accurately, because that is so frustrating. You ruin so much paper and you waste so much paper if it's not accurate. So I love Roto Trim. We need to name her. Maybe she should be Rhonda. She's Roto Rhonda. Rhonda Trim. Let me see what else. Oh, the sale. So I will have an end of the year sale, both Etsy and Teachable. It will be starting this coming Monday. So after this weekend, Monday on the 10th through Friday. So all next week, all those 5 days. You won't have to worry about a coupon code. I'm just going to run a sale. Everything will just be, you know, sale priced. So you don't have to worry about a coupon code or discount code or anything like that. Don't worry about it. It'll already be on sale. So that will start Monday. I think that's it for today. I have something coming up tomorrow, but I'm still waiting for something in the mail that's supposed to be delivered. So I got to wait for that to get delivered in the mail before we can, you know, move along. And, yeah, I think that's it. And then Saturday, some books will be going up on the Etsy store with the, also the Cabinet of Curiosities, noon on Saturday. Trying to think if there's anything else. There's always something else. And then later on I go, oh, because I don't, but I'll be back tomorrow, mostly, and you know, barring any unforeseen, you know, craziness, because that happens. Like yesterday, my internet went down for hours and I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I just my whole day got all out of whack because I had no internet. I'm behind on emails and messages and students, and because of my internet. So, okay guys, I will let you go for now. I hope this helped you out. I like making my own ephemera. I like making my own pages, and I like to figure out ways to make them look super cute and different texture, you know, than regular paper. So I will try to keep coming up with different ways to help you guys to also make your own ephemera, make your own pages, because I think that's fun. Okay guys, I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye guys.